How's it going? Back at it again. Coming off the World Series win. Here we are in another postseason. And it's definitely going to be an interesting one to see how we go with this team here in the offseason. And, you know, I guess one more time to look at this team that did it all real quick. The memories of the 2030 World Series champions, the Kansas City Royals, as we move on to year 8. It took 7 years to build this team up the way it is right now. Hopefully it doesn't take that long to win our next championship. Hopefully it's on the horizon. And this is what it took to get it all done. Now let's advance to the offseason. And the contracts with our third base coach and farm director have ended. You need to re-sign these coaches or hire replacements, and we didn't even look at them. Retired players. Here's Cutter Crawford. Who can forget him from the Red Sox? He ends his career that way. J.P. Sears, Bowden Francis, A.J. Puck, Xavier Curry, Penn Murphy. Ending his career in the pros. Hardin Irby, I had him on the team for a year. Tony Gonsolin, Lance McCullers Jr. ending his career. Patrick Wisdom. He won a Silver Slugger in 26. He had a couple good years of 100 RBI seasons. Even the White Sox gave him a go. You know, the batting average was never good, but the home runs were there, and he ended his career with 207. Spencer Howard. Domingo Acevedo. Ends his career with 4 saves. Matt Barnes, he retires. He ends his career with 77 saves. Josh Bell, the veteran first baseman, he ends his career. And finishes with 227 home runs. Paul Blackburn, he calls it quits. Chris Bryant, the former World Series MVP and the MVP of 2016. He retires. Ends his career with 199 home runs. He didn't even make it to 200 home runs. Played for St. Louis for a couple years. Paul DeJong. This is longer than we usually look at players, but why not? Ty France ends his career with 72 home runs. And of course, the big one, Freddie Freeman. He's been a free agent for 3 seasons now. He hasn't been back to the bigs. We had him on our team the 1 year. And he ends his career with 2,659 hits, almost 400 home runs. His last year with the Dodgers that he played the full year, he had a 40 home run season in 2025. Just about, almost a career high there. Freeman had his days, and obviously Vladimir Guerrero Jr. ended his Dodger career, and he did play as a Met in 2027. That was about it. A career on base percentage of .385 and a slug of 5. Man, if this dude isn't a Hall of Famer, still a hell of a career, man. I think you gotta get him in there. An MVP, a two-time Hank Aaron, a batting title, multiple-time All-Star, a Gold Glove in there, some Silver Slugger. Mitch Garver retires. Connor Joe, he retires. He has 59 home runs. Caleb Ketchup, Tony Kemp, Manuel Margot hangs it up. Eddie Leonard had him on the team at one point. John Means hangs it up. Jordan Montgomery hangs it up. Joe Musgrove calls it quits. Jorge Polanco calls it a quit. Hunter Renfroe, he was on the original team, and his last big league season was with us, unfortunately. And he wasn't all that bad of a player. He just was very replaceable at his age. And we wanted a little bit better, but kind of unfortunate. He never got to play again in the majors. I think he kind of deserved that at least, but Carlos Rodon retires with 102 wins and more losses than wins in Rodon's career. It really took a bad turn, but I mean, that's kind of who he was. And Eduardo Rodriguez, he quits as well. 137 wins for him. Marcus Semien retires. 354 home runs for him. Soler retires. He was on the original Royals team that won back when I was in high school. And he retires. Jeffrey Springs, Marcus Stroman, Lou Trevino, Cole Tucker, Christian Walker, Michael Walker retires at 39. Zach Wheeler, he hangs it up, and he had a pretty impressive career, 160 wins, 110 losses, 2,400 strikeouts. We'll see how he fares for the Hall of Fame. And Freddie Freeman, he makes it. Deservedly so. He definitely had the numbers to be there. That was the longest we ever took on that, but I think as the years get old here and we're in year 8, it's definitely, something to care about. These players are, we're going to see Ohtani and Betts and all them sooner than later, it's gotta appreciate them. And here is the offers here, and Gavin Williams only wants $16 million, and we're projected to have about $90 million, but we have to sign a lot of players too, and that money also goes down with accepting the $24 million option there. See what Castro wants. He only wants about 5. That's intriguing, but we'll go to free agency with him. And then Santander wants $6 million. And I just don't think I'm going to be making that kind of an offer to him at this point. And Ruiz, he wants 8. So we're definitely going to wait on that. Stephen Kwan looking for big money. wants a 4-year, $68 million deal, and I'm just not willing to make that move at his age. He's definitely starting to show. He's been getting older, at least on defense, and he's not a DH that you really seek. You know, he's got great vision, discipline, and clutch, but the power is weakening, and I just don't know if I think it's time to move on with the price that he wants, especially for 1 year. He's asking for 22 mil. It's just not going to happen. Shane Baz, definitely intriguing, but he wants 12 million to come back. That's almost fair. You got to bank on him being as good as he was a year ago, but he proves that he can play in the middle of the lineup, and I'm almost intrigued to do this. An offer to Duran would cost 15 million, and I have to see Duran walk out the door as well. But Crochet, what does he want? He wants 7 mil. And again, just don't know if I want to go with that offer here. Miller, he wants very little to come back, and I'm almost intrigued to do so. You know, he's not the best, but he's also not the worst. And, you know, we're losing potentially Hader, Duran, Crochet. You know, we might want to keep one of these guys around at least. And that's what I think about with Williams and Baz. It's who makes more sense to keep, and you know, Williams is going to cost more of a premium to keep around, but he's proven that he can be a Cy Young guy, and I mean, he brings the quality starts. You guaranteed 20 quality starts the last 4 years, 19 and 26. He provided us 2.7 WARs. K per 9 was a 9.5. His home runs were high last year, and that's the thing you got to worry about with him. With Baz, the home runs were not high this year, but it does fluctuate. He did have a great fib and WAR. I think not bringing Williams back might come back to haunt us, though, and I don't know if I want to do that. I'm calling it right now. If I let Williams probably go, he'll probably go to like the Twins or something, and then I'll be kicking myself, or even Detroit. He could. But then with Baz, you know, he is, I believe, just as good as Williams. Just comes down to a couple $1 million. And I think I'll go with Williams, honestly. We offer the contract he wants. We'll see. Running it back with Baz, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it, but you know, you gotta think for the future with some of these guys. Maybe Collier deserves to play. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's tough. Oh yeah, we need to, wow, forgot about the staff. Need a new farm director, and This doesn't look all that bad. I like the plate vision, the clutch, and the blocking. I mean, he's got offers from three different teams, but he's getting offered to be a hitting coach. I would like Dino Ebel if we can get him. Let's bump him up to 8. We'll go on a big journey to get him. Third base coach. Let's go with Bo. Make an offer to Bo. See how that goes. And we got Dino Ebel to accept that offer. Very happy, and Gavin Williams still has not accepted. Today is the last day. Yes, we'd like to stop. Williams not accepted the offer, and obviously it looks like we're at to up it if we don't want him to go to free agency, and might take 18 million. I would take a good amount of budget, but I mean it's less than what we paid him a year ago, and just go with 18. If he doesn't take it, then we move on. And I'm willing to take everyone else and in the free agency, I think. I just don't think I'm ready to commit a lot of money to any of these guys right now. Baz is really the one that I would contemplate bringing back for 12.5. Like he's taking a discount to come back, and I really should consider that. I feel like not giving him an offer is ultimately disrespectful to him, but I'll take my chances. And Brett Beatty resigns, and Garrett Whitlock, he resigns. So only a couple transactions here. And now free agency begins, and doesn't look like we re-signed the guys we wanted. And we have the offer out for Williams, but he did not accept, so up to that. But here's Mark Carrara. I don't mind giving him a bump to 130 after the year he had. We'll bump him up. Oh, here he wants an increase, and we'll give him about 290. We'll give him a bump, but it won't be the deal he thinks he's gonna get. Lopez has not proven himself enough to earn a raise, and he will make 100. We'll give Goodwin a little bump there. Adavila. Can't remember what he made a year ago, but settle for 100 for him. No, we're not doing that with Harding. He does not deserve that right now. He's got to prove himself before he get paid. And I'd like to have some money going into free agency, so I'd Yoder make that? No. No way. They try to cheat you out of your money here, but Horner, no way. Guys have not even played in the majors yet, and you're not going to demand that much from me. Nacio. Nacio might be traded. Honestly, we'll definitely contemplate it. Bump him up to 90 though. Yeah, France, you're never probably makes more. France would be lucky to be on the roster, honestly. He'll be one of the first people I get rid of, honestly. It's just really disappointed me. And if we gotta cut players, then we will. That's fine. Haven't even looked at our rookies yet here. One Young Oh. And there we go. No arbitration here, but here's the 40-man roster, and Villalobos, Garrett Reed is on the list, Cabrera, Elvis Ruiz. Lots of good players here. And we're definitely adding top prospect Mike Carrara to the roster. And right now we only have like 27 people on the roster right now. No, actually 25, so interesting for sure. I'll wait to add one and be onto the roster, but he probably will be added soon. Elvis Ruiz and Garrett Reed, probably gonna have to add those guys on. Elvis deserves a chance. He might be good. Never know. Till we give him a try. Louis Yoder. Give him a go. He deserves a chance. Got a lot of people that are very addable here, and that's why I don't mind losing some people this year. Tom Wetzel will be added to the 40 men. We will not be adding Joe Gray. We need to add Garrett Reed. Did they promote Garrett? Oh, there he is. We're just gonna have to go through here and see who's eligible. Lots of no's here. Alex Freeland, we don't care. Aaron Brancho, don't care. Scruggs, they can take them if they want them. There's no one really on the AAA team, and Juan Castro, no. Odell, no. Fong, no. Wetzel, no. Barnett is. Gray is. Nixon Lane is not eligible for Rule 5 draft yet. Interesting. Roscoe Morales. Diego Cabrera is. We'll be adding him to the 40 man. And he might have a role with being a lefty, and he might make this team. He has a chance. The pitching clutch is very concerning though, so maybe he'll play another 2 years down here perhaps, but definitely gotta keep in mind. Radance, no. Gonzalez is interesting. I'm willing to take a chance if Gonzalez gets taken away. I'm stacked at first base prospects right now. Bronson Aaron. It's on the 40 man already. Villalobos is, and definitely, I mean, it's possible we lose him, but I don't know if I want to have free catchers on the 40 man. So right now we're at 31 players on the 40 man. And we'll think about adding Villalobos for sure. Looking at the lineup though, and there goes our leadoff guy. Our bench is pretty empty now. You know, we might have to look at options for right field in the free agency, but I don't really think that'll be something we add. And obviously, we need some starters here, but get some players that are going to be up here now. We have all the offers made, pending offers. 23.5 million. A little bit of that offer is out to Homie, and Gavin Williams is a free agent. Paul Skeens. This is not the strongest class it's been, but it's not one that you can sleep on. A 35-year-old Nathaniel Lowe, after 4 great years in San Diego of almost 100 RBI every year, won an MVP not too long ago. Won the playoff MVP in 24 for Texas. He only wants like 25 million, but he's got the qualifying offer out there for him, and Salas as well. And Salas is just not all that intriguing. PCA is out here. It's Pete Crow Armstrong. He took a big jump this year when it came to hitting. Really stepped it up. But I kind of think it wasn't that impressive. It might have been a fluke year, to be honest, with the way his numbers look. But maybe he is that guy now. Holiday is very intriguing. He's a very good player at 27 years old, from the same state Witt is from Texas. He obviously can't play the outfield though, and it's more of what we need. Colson Montgomery as well. He's here, and he's improved year in and year out. Definitely became a good player despite being in Chicago. Duran wants good money, so just don't know. Bo Bichette, he's a free agent. He's taken a hit into his power numbers, though. 5 years he's played for Miami now. Brian Hayes at 34. And they made the qualifying offer to him. So he must want a decent amount here. No, they just don't want to lose him. Dylan Cease. He's been pitching for Philadelphia for the last 5 years and wants about 21 mil. Juan Soto is a free agent. And what a way to replace Stephen Kwan. You get 1 or a couple years of Soto here. And Soto wants $11 million. He's definitely taken a big hit in his ratings, but he can still hit righties pretty good. The speed is concerning. I think if you get Soto, you play him against righties. And you play Jordan Walker in right field, because I don't think Soto is an outfielder that can play in the field. But with Soto, he provides power. And that's what makes him intriguing over Kwan at a DH. I'm very intrigued in Juan Soto. All it takes is 11.5 million, 13 million to get Soto for a year. That's something I really have to think about. Heston Kjerstad. Heston Kjerstad, I mean. Got Andrew Vaughn back into free agency. He's up to 89 clutch. He really turned into a good player while being absent from us. Dylan Cruz. Gavin Lux. Chris Paddock. Let's go by position. Crochet is the best reliever out here. Got Genesis Cabrera. Had some good years now, too. But only 48 innings the 1 year, 18. Probably get a lot more from our team, and I just don't know if he'd fit in that well. Housley and Williams are both free agents. Raleigh Skies goes to free agency from Chicago. He's already played his 6 years and no extension. Austin Wells. If only. I wouldn't mind taking a chance on Wells, but I don't need him. Pete Alonso. Could we bring in Pete for a bench bat? Be the best bench bat we could ever get, maybe. Pete Alonso wants $5 million to play baseball. With that kind of power and discipline, I think I'm almost in on this as well. Getting a very cheap player that can provide power. Noda is here, and Noda is almost intriguing as well. And he passed Quintino down to a 77, and he had a bad year. I guess we got rid of him at the right time. He's really hit a wall here. Bryce Harper at 38. $452 dingers for him. So that must mean, is Mike Trout out here? He is at an 80. Mike Trout wants 12.5 million at 39 years old. Dude, I could have like the greatest bench of all time. What if I brought Mike Trout in as a backup? Like, that'd be insane. Holy cow, look at this dude's awards, man. I am so intrigued with this class right now. This is a little bit even more interesting than I thought. Could we just make a giant splash here and get Juan Soto and Mike Trout? His defense really took a big hit. Trout's discipline is very high still. He's not quite Soto's bad and clutch though. I think I'm more in on Soto. Let's go 1 year, 13.5 mil for Soto. We'll figure out what we have to do with Soto when he's on the team. Diego Fuentes is already a 73. And I'm in on Pete Alonso. I mean, I get this kind of power off my bench. I mean, I think I should want him. I don't know, actually, though. I mean, our defense is going to get worse if we keep adding these bats. Got Ramirez. I mean, you could contemplate having him be a backup. He wants $3.7 million to play baseball again. He just got done playing for the Oakland Athletics. He's going to definitely take a big hit, though, in rating. Got Bregman here. Bregman also intriguing here, but maybe we should look. Ooh, how much does Gavin Lux want to play? He'd want 14 million. That's a lot for what we want to do with him. I'd like to bring in a utility guy like him, but ooh, Vargas could be the guy. Vargas wants a pretty good chunk of change too. Vargas definitely interesting. Could bring Rengifo back. It's not always a bad idea. I always did like Luis. Could bring Garcia back. I mean, he's not a bad option. He's got to come off the bench and hit. Marte down to a 72. Man, Senzel looks sensational at his age. Really good on base. Juan Moncada. Just don't think I would take the risk on him. Not in on Edman. Dansby Swanson. He's pretty bad now. I don't know what to do here. It's tough to think of how we want to upgrade the team. Guess we give it a good look real quick. If you bring Juan Soto in, then we slot him in at DH or right field, however we think that'll work. So yeah, I probably would need a backup outfielder and a utility player and a corner infielder probably. So outfielder, utility, yeah, that would even out the bench. So I guess that's what we look for here. I just don't know if I could bring Trout in to be a backup, man. That is an expensive backup. But even at 39, it would be fun. I'd love to have him. But I just don't think it's right. I think he deserves to go play out his career somewhere else. Buxton could be interesting as a backup. I mean, I don't expect much from him. But I'm not against bringing him in. The speed's still kind of there. I mean, Bellinger's really fallen off. Jose Siri is not that good anymore. I think we have a better way of finding a catcher to be a backup, and I don't think it's in this free agency poll. Unless you get a guy like maybe Kelnick. I don't know. Maybe the perfect guy to bring back is just Story Ruiz again. We're familiar with him. He can play a lot of positions and he's played on the team enough. Here's Velasquez. He not too bad, I guess, in Miami. I had to move on from him, and I think I'll stay away. Adolis Garcia, no. Cool to see Brett Roker is still kind of serviceable at this age, but no, Darian Blanco even out here. That's funny. I think we make an offer to Stoy. Kind of fits what we need as both a utility player and an outfielder, and he wants a good chunk to come back, but I think it's worth it for him. Ed Rosario, he could play the utility aspect too. 8 million to bring him back. $4 million to bring in Harper. If you want to look for like a backup catcher, Cal Riley is very intriguing. That's gonna cost you a good chunk of change to bring a guy like that in. Nick Fortes could be good. 5 million. It's not terrible. But just don't know about all that. I don't know how active this free agency will be for me. I just don't see really any glaring thing I could get. I mean, Matt Olson maybe? That'd be kind of crazy. Get Matt Olson on the bench. What can he play? He can play first and right field. I don't know, man. It's tough to really think about who we should add. 'Cause you got guys like Juan Castro and Nixon Lane that could come up and play too. I feel like even adding Juan Soto in here is kind of messing that up. We're just slowing down, getting them up there. Yeah, Yoder, who could definitely be a backup outfielder too. Maybe we don't make any huge moves here with the pitching, with the lineups and stuff. Maybe we just say no to Soto. It's really, I'm really like at a crossroads of what I want to do here. I would love to have Soto for a year, especially trying to repeat as a champion, but it is getting away for the younger players that can play. It's taking up the DH spot. You're gonna have to DH Soto, and gonna have to play him. He's a really great player, though. Basically, you're gonna have 2,000 hits if he comes here, and he's well over 400 home runs. I think it's worth 1 year. Man, I feel bad doing it though. It'll help us win next year though if we bring him in, so. I'm starting pitchers. Is there anybody that's maybe a guy that we could think about? I mean, Kyle Wright maybe. Could do a Sandoval reunion. He had a bad year. Not that disinterested in Zach Thompson. I think Zach Thompson could be intriguing to add at the right price. Only wants about 3 million. I think I could think about bringing him in. Would like to add another lefty here. If it's not Thompson, then I'd like a lefty. There's just really no lefty out here other than Hader, and I just don't think another year at Hader at 37 is a good idea. I think he's seen his better years. I think with Thompson, I think you get some good value here. Even at 33, I think he can pitch good. Skill breath, he's got good numbers, but I don't know if I could trust that skill set. I'm going to give an offer to Zach Thompson. Offer him 3.8 million to jump to the team that beat him in the World Series. The ultimate Kevin Durant move. Could get him here. Got Ryan Weathers as well. So intriguing. And our 4 offers so far are to Williams, Soto, Ruiz, and Thompson. And I just don't know how many people I kind of want to get some of these prospects on the team. I just don't really want to go in on these guys. I'm really not even in on Soto, but the fact that he's Juan Soto and he's got great contact right and power right just makes me more intrigued as a lefty. So, is there really any other big move to make here? Ronnie Mauricio. Jonathan India, a good bat. Luis Garcia didn't even play last year. Ooh, I wouldn't know and sign him. Kind of kills though. We need a righty bat or a switch that can hit lefties. That would really be the value there. Just don't think I'm in on magical. Matt Rosario really is intriguing at this point, but it's very unfair to make him a bench player when he's been a guy that's been starting and doing well. He's not at that age where he deserves that treatment. Even at 35, I think he's still got one more good year in him before he's a bench player. Alonso could be the guy. I mean, we could even go Jordan Diaz here. He's intriguing. Arrow. He's got good speed. Decent clutch. Here's Seager. He's just not filling the void here. I'm not against bringing Castro back if he wants to play here. Make a $5 million offer to him. Honestly, I think that might do it for offers, because, you know, with the 40 man, got a lot of starters that can come up and pitch, got relievers. I'm willing to go a day. Juan Soto has accepted the Pirates' offer. Garrett Crochet goes to the Twins on the first day of on free agency for a 5-year deal. And watch him have a great season. I'm already expecting it. But now with him gone, I am in on Mike Trout. Juan Soto would have been cool, man. That was very interesting there, but I don't blame him. You know, if you don't want to win a championship, you don't want to win a championship. We do get Gavin Williams to come back. We don't get a big thing there for him, but get Gavin Williams to come. Here's our offers. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, when you think about Trout, can he really play right field either? I mean, Trout might be a player that I don't know, actually, if Trout's the guy we should go for here at 39. He's already fallen down. I'm withdrawing the offer. I'm actually not going to go with Mike Trout, and I really want to, but he's no Juan Soto, and he's just... It's not going to work. Aaron Judge, is he not a free agent? Jimenez could be interesting. I don't hate going for Jimenez. It could work. Good bat against lefties, too. Could play him for cross, but then who would play center? That's the thing about with Quan being gone is play center field for Cross now against lefties. Dylan Cruz wants way more money than that role provides. What about Dominguez? No, he cannot hit against lefties. Jesus Sanchez, no, he's not the guy that fits in. Kauna could be a guy that really is. I don't know, man. He can't really play center field though. He's just not. The speed's not there. Maybe we just play Story Ruiz in that in those days for now until we get a better option. We have free offers out there. Felt like we had to bring back either Williams or Baz, and we made the choice with Williams. Let's look at our reliever options here. I mean, Wetzel could be on the team. Definitely. Got Cabrera here, who... It's intriguing, but the walk per 9 and the pitching coach is very concerning with him. I think I might need another lefty out of the bullpen here. I should at least take a peek. I mean, yes, this Cabrera is right there for the taking. I just don't know if he really is the guy that I would fit in here. Pitching coach isn't high. Ronnie Mauriciano. Got a very bad walking problem, though. But his pitching coach is very high, but he's a righty. Got Brock Burke. Kind of fits into what I like. It's not a terrible option. A lot of these guys are old, man, and that's what you get when you look in free agency. And Yankees making a big offer on Duran. St. Louis wants Duran. Los Angeles wants Duran. Go figure. I mean, when it comes to relievers, our best options might just be on our team. Unless you want to turn Jordan Hicks back into a reliever, which I'm not against that kind of thing to do. How much does he want to play, though? That's a very expensive relief pitcher, so I don't know. Maybe get like a lefty long reliever. I just can't trust Liberte. David Peterson, it's free agency, it's just not really needing in certain a lot of things, and it's kind of hard to find the things we want. Victor Robles could definitely, maybe we get him to play against lefties. How much money does he want? 8 mil? I don't know them. I would take a chance on Buxton, and he'll play against lefties for now, and if he sucks, then we know what to do. I'm fine with bringing in him. I think that's it with the offers. I think I'm good. So we did get Buxton and Zach Thompson. Castro and Louise still thinking. Paul Skeens, 9 years, $197 million to go to the Nationals. Mackenzie Gore goes to the Baltimore Orioles. Another good pitcher added to their rotation. The Yankees land Yohan Duran. I'll take the chance if Villalobos gets taken. If not, I mean, I'll put him on the 40-man, honestly. I'd rather be the one to trade Villalobos than someone take him from me, so let me just play it smart. Nate Pearson goes to the Rangers. And now you could look for Jackson Holiday. He wants $23 million to play here. But he has no position. No offers have been made to Jackson yet. Montgomery has no offers either. Let's look at the lineup again. Yeah, the bench is set with Buxton, Louise, Castro, and Jensen. Pitch and rotation. Looking for that fifth starter, but yeah, we got some holes to fill in here. But I know just the way to fill them. But yeah, I'm kind of content on how the team is. I'm just kind of gonna let it be. Freddie Peralta took a 3-year, $52 million contract from Seattle. Kind of lame. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted Juan Soto. He didn't come. So I'm kind of just punting on free agency. That was really the only guy I really wanted to add. And Baz got a market for him now. He still only wants 12 mil to come back. I mean, it's not too late to say, hey, you want to come back? We're sitting on about $50 million. And I mean, we definitely have money to bring one of these guys in, but I just don't know if we want to. If it comes anywhere to money, it go to relievers, but I think we can either trade or find the guys we want, and let's move on. Haven't had anyone up for arbitration in forever, and why are you guys not accepting your money yet, man? We're being pricks. Ryan Jeffers, he goes to the Cubs after they get Freddie Fermin, so I guess there's always a bug in the show. People love signing catchers. Hopefully he's playing DH. All players must have their contract tendered by December 2nd. Evan Phillips, a 1 year, that's all it took was $4.5 million. He wasn't that good last year, though. Andy Rodriguez goes to the Astros, another catcher signed from them. Andrew Vaughn is a Red Sox for 2 years. I'll boost you to 150, man. You better sign, bro. Can have free agency. The Red Sox are in on holiday, and so are the Astros. While the Red Sox are trying to come back after seeing us win a World Series, they said if they can win a World Series, so can we. And the Rays making an offer to Ethan Salas. The Yankees want Jimenez. No offer made to Brian Hayes yet. Not interested in Dylan Cruz. If we could get the kid from Detroit, though, I wouldn't mind doing that, but he's not available. Just looking through, just nothing. Gonna keep on moving. Lars Nootbaar has been traded to the Marlins for Dan C. and Yusnier Quintaro. That is a very lopsided trade. Yusnier Quintaro and Dan C. are both good players. The Yankees continue to add young players with talent. Yusnier, he's got a potential. He is definitely intriguing. And then you got the kid, Dan C., who is a project, but he's got power, and he might play good in Yankee Stadium. And he could be their next best power hitter here at 24 years old. Coming in to help a need. Heston Kirk said he goes to the White Sox. So they add a right fielder, a pretty good one. And here's the draft lottery. We get the 30th pick in the draft, and we were 86 and 76, and we're going to pick 30. And yeah, we probably could have used that pick and just got a good player, but it just wasn't that kind of year to do it for me. I'm more intrigued with the the young players we have on the team. I think they could come up and play. And now with the championship under our belt, I think that makes it even more interesting. And the Cleveland Guardians jump up 3 spots, and they win the #1 overall draft pick here in 2030. The White Sox get pick 2. So both our divisions get top picks, but I doubt Chicago will pick someone good. I know Cleveland will do alright. The last time they had #1 overall pick was year 1 with Lincoln Ford, and he's not terrible. He's still got plenty of time to prove himself. The Red Sox jumping up to pick 4 definitely concerns me. The Mets didn't get number 1 this year, so that's cool. The Marlins with the 3rd pick. They'll probably pick a starting pitcher. I could put my money on it right now. Let's advance. Jordan Hicks. He signs a 3-year deal with the Washington Nationals. And today's the Rule 5 draft. Ramon Reyna got picked. We'll see who's available. I mean, maybe there's someone out here that can help us. Felix de Villar. Sander Bogarts. Wow. Yeah, no thank you. Ryan Reynolds. A reliever would be the place I'd look. Let's see, closers. Like Gene Beltre could be interesting. Froze left. I might take somebody here. Gene Beltre. He's never played in the pros before. He's got 83 hit per 9, 64. I mean, he's intriguing. Luis Farland. Not really interested. Jeff Grimm, is that what you call it? Another lefty here. 91 hit per 9, 74 walk per 9. The pitching clutch and stuff is kind of concerning, but he's got some decent stuff. Matt Cronin. Definitely some options here. A little bit better than even free agency. Blake Birkenhalter. Diego Fernandez. He's 23 years old. Oh, he can throw right. I thought he threw left. That would have been cool, man. Jose A. Farah. This is the most interested I've been in the Rule 5 draft in maybe every year that I've played. Gene Beltre is definitely intriguing for me with the pitch and clutch and the hits per 9. So, you know, it's kind of a low risk, high reward kind of thing. Josh got Jeff Grimm, who's interesting, but not as good. Even Matt Cronin. But I'm going to go, and I'm actually going to take a player. We're going to take Gene Beltre in the Rule 5 draft. I've never taken a player in the Rule 5 draft in any of my series, I don't think. Didn't think I took one in the Rocky series. And we'll skip our selection, and that will end the Rule 5 draft. We do take a player, though. We take a reliever, Gene Beltre. Chris Paddock, 1-year deal to St. Louis. Good deal to them. Matthew Liberatore signs a 5-year, $60 million deal to go to the Astros. And honestly, I like this move because I think Liberatore is overrated and we can handle him well. Andres Jimenez, he signs a 3-year deal to go play in Yankee Stadium, and I like the fit with him being a lefty hitter. He might be alright in Yankees. I mean, Yankees might be a good team next year. But honestly, why are they not trying to get Jackson Holiday or somebody, man? Now the A's are in the Jackson Holiday mix. And Montgomery getting pursued by the Angels. Mike Trout still a free agent with no offers. If he's a free agent at the end of free agency, I would consider bringing him on the team for spring training. But Ethan Salas signs a 9-year, $190 million deal with Tampa Bay. Dylan Cruz, good deal to them. They really upgraded. That's a hell of a deal for the Twins. That's a Twins deal, and I think Cruz will be good for them. I think they really did a good job with that one. I think Cruz's potential went down a little bit. No, he's still got a potential, and what is his potential? It's 90, but he's still a hell of a player. He can hit. He's like a Langford, but a little bit different in his way, a younger version. Gavin Lux goes to the Brew Crew to join the super team of Jordan, Ellie De La Cruz. Ryan Helsley goes to the Houston Astros. Dylan Cease to the Mets. Ryan Piotte to the Padres. Brian Hayes jumps to the Braves, and now Colson Montgomery going to play shortstop for the Birds. Stone Garrett to the Mets. Still no Jackson Holiday signing yet. Shane Baz is still out there. Stephen Kwan is not signed yet. He's playing a tough bargain. It's not too late to get Baz to come back. Oh, it'll Baz walk. We're just playing. Matt Rosario comes back in a $7.5 million deal. Mason Wenry signed. Stephen Kwan, he heads to the Giants. And he will replace Kyle Tucker, it looks like. A 1-year, $21.4 million deal for Kwan. And he almost won the batting title. 30 steals for Kwan. That is pretty good for his age. Good luck to him, man. I appreciate him. Shane Baz signs a 5-year, $62 million deal with Chicago, and good for him. He deserves that contract. We kind of knew Baz was around, so we did want to run him back to win another title, but we just didn't feel the need to bring him back. Jackson Holiday, a 6-year, $132 million deal, and he's going to play in Oakland. The Athletics get the best player in the class. Jackson Holiday heads to the Athletics. Nick Senzel is a Yankee. I had to renew Gene Beltre's contract. I didn't even know that. I'm glad I looked. Oh, Beltre wants to get paid to be on this team. Oh, there's your money, bro. You better earn it, Gene. He has some big burly shoulders for a 5'10" player, Mr. Beltre. David Jaquez already getting arbitration, man. And here's spring training and the free agents. No Mike Trout. Who signed Mike Trout? I want to see something real quick. Who is future free agents looking like? Michael Layton will be a free agent next year. That is somebody that I would sign if we could get him for the right price. I am not afraid to go all out for Layton. I'd give him like a 4 or 5 year deal. And I would get rid of Cross in a heartbeat, but let's not think about that. Alejandro. David Jaquez is going to be a free agent next year, too. Alex Vesia, Jackson Chorio. Kyle Teal, the catcher, interesting. Blake Sable. Marshall. Keeper Ruiz, definitely intrigued with him. Duran. Tommy Troy. Will Benson, one of the best players in the series. James Wood. We almost got Juan Soto, though, man. That was close, man. We were very close to getting Soto. But I don't think we're done yet with the team. 37 people on the active roster. We're definitely going to make a move here. Calling up top relief pitching prospect Walter Wannabe will be added to the 40-man roster. He will get a chance here in spring training to play. And I don't think we're done yet. This is the tough choice right here. Do we go with Juan Castro? He's got good discipline and clutch. Decent vision. Or do we want to see Nixon Lane get an opportunity? The thing that intrigues me about Castro a little bit more is his speed. He can play the outfield. He could be our starting right fielder. And right now, we don't have that. And we kind of need it. And that's what intrigues me about Castro. I think he fits that role better. And when it comes down to Nixon Lane, yeah, I could do what I did with Juan Soto I was going to do. But I really don't want Jordan Walker to play right field. It is a very important defensive position. And, I don't think Walker deserves that role. Castro's got good reaction, good speed, and good clutch. And I'm honestly talking myself into it now, and I'm going to add him to the 40-man roster. And we will see Juan Castro in spring training. And keep in mind, Nixon Lane could still come up and play, and there's always a way. If Castro can be good, that, makes the possibility of us doing what we said we don't want to do. We can move Walker to right field, and if Cross struggles enough, you could see Nixon Lane come up and play as early as next year. But I think it's Juan Castro's turn. I think he has earned a right after his great AAA year. He's got good numbers. He's almost close to his ceiling, too. I want to see what he can do. And Louis Yoder, cool, but Obviously, he's not got an arm. Juan Soto might have been a better outfielder than Louis Yoder. But of course, our traditional spring training game against Brady Singer. And that will be the first game in spring training. Now with the rotation, it's interesting. I think to start, we want Miguel Lopez out here. But coming up with a rotation and bullpen is definitely intriguing. We're definitely going to be mixing in Ruiz. Wannabe will be our closer for sure. Want to get Cabrera out there pitching too, though. I'm intrigued with a lot of this, and the next time I play, we'll be finding out a lot about this team and the things to focus on spring training. Obviously, Juan Castro. We might get some swings in with Buxton. Definitely gonna get some at bats in with Mark Carrara, and we'll have a lot of fun with a lot of this. Top prospect Mark Carrara on the spring training roster, and we'll see if he can make it. And yeah, let's look at some of our draft picks here. Got Fuentes, Howard Hanna is here, Charlie Copeland. These guys are fun. Winston Bryant with high potential. And that'll do it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the offseason. Obviously, we swung and missed on Soto, but I think it'll be okay. That was kind of just an excitement thing. I wanted to just sign Soto, Trout, and Pete Alonso, but that's just not fair. We're being realistic here, and I think it's time to get the young players up here and give them a chance. And I'm obviously very intrigued with what they can be. Looking at extensions, what Williams would want. 17 mil another year. Gavin Cross catching up close to arbitration. He's already 30. And for like a long-term deal, he only wants about 5 mil. So, I mean, you could maybe give him a 5-year deal with an option, but he has to earn it first. He's definitely not earned it yet. And he's left open the door of possibility of not being here for the future, but he did improve from his first year, even less at bats, but more home runs, more doubles, more RBIs, so willing to let it ride, maybe another year or two across. And we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, this one I want to look at. 23 mil for Soderstrom if he wants to come back. Definitely consider that, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of here. Year 8 will come